Graphing calculators are required on the AP Calculus test. You can use any graphing calculator you want that is on this list, and this list does come from the AP board. There are a few more down here. All right. I strongly recommend you get a TI Inspire because that's what we use in class. And any of these will do. A lot of my students like the CAS. They like the colored screens. Now, there are only 4 things you're allowed to use a graphing calculator on the AP Calculus exam, and this is straight from College Board. The first 2 you can already do. The last 2 I'll show you how to do in class. You need to be able to graph a function with an arbitrary viewing window. What that means is you need to be able to change the window. You need to find zeros of functions or solve equations numerically. You need to be able to numerically calculate the derivative of a function and numerically calculate the value of a definite integral. Now, how you do this actually depends a lot upon the calculator you're using. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail here. Here it recommends you move your calculator into float 3 so that you have 3 significant digits. I actually recommend you change that to 6. You always carry all of your digits along with you in calculus. You round or truncate, and I recommend truncating, to 3 after the decimal. So I recommend 6 because if you have something like this is an acceptable answer. If you have it, if you do float 3, depending upon your calculator, sometimes it'll truncate it up here. So you need to make sure you have at least 3 after the decimal. So if I have something like this is what pops out of my calculator. I go 1, 2, 3, and I truncate. Truncating is perfectly fine. If you round incorrectly, then you lose your point. So I recommend you not round. I recommend you truncate. Another thing, you also need to want to make sure you're in radians. Now suppose I wanted to solve this. To solve this, you put it into your calculator, and again, we'll practice this in class, and then you find the zeros. All right, and there's a function where it'll tell you your zeros. All right, and you take your tracer and you move it along, and it'll give you your set zeros. Now suppose I want the coordinates of intersection between 2 curves. There are 2 different ways you can do this one. You can plot both of them, put your first function in under y1 and your second function in under y2, and then find the intersection. All right. You see your calculator will tell you intersection. It'll give you your x and y coordinates. The other option is to set them equal to each other, all right, and solve. So you simply set x cubed equal to 2x minus 3 and bring that over and then find the zeros.